This is a radiosonde. This is a little instrument pack put up in the air by the National Weather Service to gather weather information about the air above our heads, way up in the atmosphere. This is one way that we find out things like what are temperatures doing as we rise through the atmosphere, how much moisture is up there, what are the wind directions, those kinds of things. This can be a very useful tool, especially when different kinds of weather are going on. For example, during severe weather season, we all want to know what the cap is doing. This is one way we can find out because we can see the temperature drops and drops and drops as we go up, but then you see that layer of warm air. We find warm air up there. That can also factor into our winter weather predictions because temperatures warmer up there, colder down here, that might mean freezing rain, maybe some sleet. And then what kind of chance do we have of getting snow? It can also tell us where there's wind shear, which is changing wind directions at different levels of the atmosphere. That can tell us different things about severe weather as well. Now, one of these is going to ride a big balloon, and obviously, as you can tell, it doesn't survive the entire endeavor. It does eventually pop when you get up to a certain level of the atmosphere, and then it rides this large parachute down to the ground, and it will make its way to some location away from the National Weather Service where these are launched. And they are launched across the country all at the same time, either 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., depending on whether you're daylight savings time or not, and all across the country, everybody at the same time, so that we can get observations from the same time all across the country. And if one of these lands in your yard, you're going to find instructions on the back. It says, this is a radiosonde, a balloon-borne instrument used by the National Weather Service to obtain data aloft for weather forecasts and research. It is not dangerous. It is not something to worry about. Please do not return the radiosonde to the National Weather Service, recycle or dispose of properly. Now, I remember a time when if you found one of these things, for one, it was about the size of a shoebox or something. It was larger. These have gotten more compact. You actually had an envelope or a self-addressed label, at least, to mail that back to the National Weather Service. Now, they're small enough, just toss it and forget about it. And then, of course, they give you information to learn more in case you're curious. But if you see one in the air, don't worry, it's nothing to worry about. And if one lands on your property, nothing to worry about there too. If you want us to have that, well, feel free to let us know. Stay tuned to South Metro Weather for more weather updates, of course, and more useful information about how we get the information we use every day.